Dolphins fans, welcome into this Dolphins Mailbag 4th of July edition. I hope you are all having a fantastic 4th of July weekend. Independence Day is tomorrow. I know Jeremy Chuggs and myself very excited. Shout out producer Chuggs getting it done behind the scenes. So I want to hear from you. What is the better spot for the 4th of July? Is it the beach or the pool? Type B for beach or type P for pool down in the comments section. Now, the Chat Sports studios are in Dallas, Texas, so no beach anywhere to be found. However, I very much enjoy my pool. I will be out at the pool tomorrow. Jeremy Chuggs, you might have to join. It's going to be a good time. Go down in the comments section. Let me know what's the better spot for the 4th. Not just the better spot in general, but the better spot for tomorrow, specifically B or P. Go down in the comments. Let's get into this Dolphins mailbag. That is today's show. Our first question comes from Dr. Dummy Betta. Would there be any signings besides JC Tretter that the Dolphins could bring in before training camp in mid-July? So that's a great question. You know, free agent targets outside of JC Tretter. We've obviously talked about Tretter a lot, but I don't think the Dolphins are done. I think they're going to go out and make another move. They have a lot of salary cap space. There are still plenty of big-name free agents still left, shockingly. I mean, this is wild that we're now into July, and there's still a lot of big names available. These are 5 names that are still out there for the taking. OBJ is still out there, and I know that, you know, in terms of his fit on the Dolphins, I don't know what that would look like because the Dolphins are very set at wide receiver, but he is the best free agent still available, in my opinion. When you're talking about best free agent offensive linemen outside of JC, I think the top of my list would be Darrell Williams and Bobby Massey. You could start either one of those guys at the right tackle position. And then linebacker, we've talked about maybe bolstering the linebacker depth a little bit. I like Anthony Barr. I think he might be a little bit washed, but I think A.J. Johnson is a guy you can bring in, a hard-hitting linebacker. I think that would make a lot of sense. I would really like that signing. But when you talk about OBJ, I think the Dolphins could be a dark horse for OBJ. Obviously, the Rams have been the main team that has been linked to him as of late. A lot of people expect him to re-sign with L.A., but if he's going to re-sign with the Rams, why hasn't it happened yet? There might be a dark horse out there in the OBJ sweepstakes. Here's what Tom Pelissero of NFL Network said a couple weeks back. The Dolphins signed Cedric Wilson too, but if you're talking about hedging your bets, an insurance policy, if something happens to one of those guys, not a whole lot of people better than OBJ to be able to step in and give you something. McDaniel's offense is similar to Sean McVay's. He'd be able to come in and do the same thing. It's an unusual situation because he's not going to have good live reps for a chunk of the season, or the offseason too. He's got to go someplace where he ideally has a solid foundation of the offense. How about the Miami Dolphins? Now, they've traded for Tyreek Hill. They obviously have Jalen Waddle, but they are going speed, speed, speed. Tom Pelissero saying OBJ should consider signing with the Dolphins. Now, do you want to sign OBJ? Type OBJ for yes or type no BJ for no down in the comments section. It's the pinned comment on today's video. When ad break comes, go down, let me know what you think. While you're down there, go and subscribe to the channel. If you're a Dolphins fan, I can promise you're in the right place. We bring you Dolphins news and rumors videos several times a week. Let's get into our next question from Mr. Goldenberg, one of our most loyal subs here. Appreciate you, man. How many more available centers are there for the Dolphins to sign? Here are free agent centers that are still out there and available. JC Tretter, Matt Paradis, Billy Price, and Trey Hopkins. Now, obviously, Tretter is by far the best. It's not even close. I mean, Tretter's here, Paradis is here, and then Billy Price is like way down here. So Paradis is decent. I don't want to sign Price or Hopkins. I don't think they're very good. Hopkins might be a little bit of a better option than Price, but I think Tretter and Paradis would be the best options if you want to sign a center. Also, Jake Lacine is available from the USFL. You're talking about the best USFL center tonight, after the USFL championship game. USFL players will be eligible to sign with NFL teams. Lacina is expected to generate some NFL interest because he was the center on the best offensive line in the USFL, played at Augustana University in South Dakota, never heard of it before this week, before signing with the Vikings as an undrafted free agent in 2020. However, he did not make the team. USFL picked him up. He was really solid for the New Jersey Generals. I would say sign Jake Lucina. Bring this guy in because right now you do not have a true center on your roster. You have Connor Williams right now as the starting center who has no experience. And then Michael Dieter, the backup center right now, was your starting center last year, but he was a guard at Wisconsin, was drafted as a guard, played guard his first season in the NFL. I'm telling you, Lucina is a good option. Chris Greer, pick up the phone. Type hashtag Lucina to Miami in the comments. Producer Jeremy Chuggs, hashtag Lucina to Miami. Can we get you on here, Chuggs, on the mic? Turn your mic on. Hashtag Lucina to Miami.
Let's go.
Bring in Lucina.
Let's go. Lucina to Miami. We're getting it trending. Will Scott going viral on Twitter. Let's go.
Hashtag Lucina to Miami. Let's make it happen. Go down in the comments section. Spam Lucina to Miami. Let's get Chris Greer's attention. Let's get the Dolphins front office attention.
I want to see almost every comment, hashtag Lucina to Miami. I want to see so much Lucina to Miami that YouTube thinks it's a bug going around.
We're going to give you some shout-outs. The person that comments Lucina to Miami the most will get a shout-out in the next show. Go and spam that down in the comments section. Hashtag Lucina to Miami. Let's get the best center in the USFL to the Miami Dolphins.
Let's go.
Let's go. Man, Lucina to Miami is apparently the new JC to Miami. Jace Johnson, what do you think is going to be the week? Who do you think is going to be the week 1 starting running back for the Fins? It's going to be Chase Edmonds. I would be surprised if it wasn't. However, I think when you look at the top 3 running backs on this team, Michelle, Edmonds, and Mostert, those 3 guys are going to split carries. When you're talking about the 4th running back, Gaskin, I think there's a pretty good chance he's going to get traded before the season. That means the 4th running back position would come down between Salvon Ahmed, Jared Oaks, Zaquandre White, who White has definitely made some strides in the offseason program. But I think Edmonds will be RB1 at least to begin the season. Now, you can go get your Dolphins t-shirt combo on sale right now. Chatsports.com/Dolphins combo. Both of those t-shirts are $29.99. Not per t-shirt. Both of them you can get for under $30.
Are you serious?
Yes, Chuggs, yes.
Are you serious right now?
Unbelievable deal we're giving you here.
That is a steal.
It is an absolute steal. A lot of y'all are buying them. So go down, chatsports.com/Dolphins combo. We got to get Chuggs on the show more often. Chatsports.com/Dolphins combo. That link is going to be in the comments and the description of this video. Uriah says, how would you feel if the Jets get a 2023 second-round pick, a 2024 second-round pick, and Eric Rowe, and the Dolphins get Mekhi Becton? Here's what that would look like. I think this is a pretty fair trade to me, in the words of Drake, whose last album sucked. But when you look at the Dolphins, what they'd be getting Mekhi Becton, a former first-round pick who's had some weight issues, some conditioning issues, and has been in trade rumors. The Jets would be getting Eric Rowe, who's been in trade rumors, 2 second-round picks. You know, Uriah, I think the Dolphins could pull off this deal without a second-round pick. I just think 1 second-round pick would get this done. It's very interesting to look at this idea, and I appreciate the question because I think this is a legitimate offer that Chris Greer could send the Jets. Would the Jets trade Becton to the Fins, though? I don't know if they would trade him within the division, but I think this would get it done. I think a Eric Rowe second-round pick package would get this deal done. But the question is, would Becton be comfortable with playing right tackle? Because you have Armstead at left tackle. That's Mekhi Becton's position. You could slide him over to the right side. But I don't think the Jets would trade Becton within the division. But Becton's certainly someone to monitor in NFL trade rumors. Chris Giles saying, what do you think Mike McDaniel's first play is going to be? Not just run or pass. Be specific. So I think in that first game against the Patriots, the Dolphins are going to win the coin toss, and they are going to elect to receive. You're going to have Tua lining up in shotgun. Chase Edmonds is going to be here on the left side. You're going to have a Tua shotgun snap from Jake Lucina, and then Tua is going to fake the handoff to Edmonds. Then he's going to look to throw downhill to Tyreek. Then he's going to fake that, put it behind him. Then you're going to have Jalen Waddle and end around all the way for a 75-yard touchdown. Expect plenty of that this season for Mike McDaniel. Chuggs, do you think that's a good play?
That is an amazing play. We need to get you a whiteboard in here.
So Lucina takes this, Lucina snaps the ball. Tua takes the snap. You fake the handoff to Edmonds. Then it looks like you're going to throw downhill to Tyreek, But then Waddle comes out of nowhere, end around to Jalen Waddle, 75-yard touchdown.
I'm going boring. Stretch run to the right. Chase Edmonds 4-yard rush. First play of the game.
Well, that's what the previous regime would run. We don't have to worry about that anymore. Strock Blackert saying, I'm still worried about the Dolphins' offensive line. So am I. Hashtag sign Jake Lucina. Do you think this is what we will head into the season with? I hope not, but it is looking more and more likely like Connor Williams is going to be the starting center. When you look at the right tackle position, that appears to be between Austin Jackson and Liam Eichenberg. If Eichenberg loses that, he'll probably be the left guard, and he doesn't have any experience at that position. So the offensive line right now is just a mess. Waddle season has a trade idea. Miami sends Byron Jones and a first-round pick to New Orleans, who sends Alvin Kamara back to Miami. This is very, very interesting. Let's take a look at what this trade would look like. Waddle season. Dolphins receive Alvin Kamara. Saints receive Byron Jones and a first-round pick. I think you would have to send a running back in this deal. I don't know if the Saints would do this. I would do it. You have a chance to acquire arguably the top running back in the league, at least a top 3 running back in the NFL, but I don't know if the Saints would give up Alvin Kamara, who is just so beloved by the fans and that organization. Like I said, I think you'd have to send a running back in the deal because right now the Saints are pretty short-handed at running back. Mark Ingram might be the starting running back week 1 because Kamara is expected to get suspended. May I remind you that he has an alleged battery charge stemming from an incident in Las Vegas over Pro Bowl weekend. So he's expected to get suspended several games. So let's say the Saints, after he gets suspended, have an opportunity to trade for someone like Christian McCaffrey or Saquon Barkley. They do that. Alvin Kamara's on the trade block. Dolphins get Kamara. I think this is what a trade would look like. Because if you're giving up Jones, I would want a defensive back in the deal. Bradley Roby, who's halfway decent, has been in trade rumors. You would get him. You'd be giving up a first-round pick. You'd be giving up Gaskin and Jones. So that's a very interesting package. That's my trade idea. I think that is a little bit more likely just because of the assets in this deal. But I appreciate the question, and Kamara would certainly be a fantastic addition. However, I don't know if the Saints would look to deal him, even if it's a lengthy suspension. Do you want to trade for Alvin Kamara? Type T for trade or type P for pass down in the comments section. Go down and let me know, and have a great 4th of July.